Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Annie and Mindy show. Oh, it's bright and early today. Good morning to you, Annie.
Hi, how are you? Good
Oh,
afternoon in almost good evening in Melbourne, Australia.
I always love this, how we're communicating here from two sides of the world, two different time zones. My morning, your evening. It's very cool. It's very cool. Technology has brought us together in a really, really great way that we can be in touch and be friends, from anywhere in the world and hang out, you know.
I love it. And you know what I love? I love our time buddy. We always look, okay, so what's time in your place? What's time in my place? Okay, let's do it. So even with our travel, because we travel so much, it's so cool. We've got our
Cool.
technology.
We just spent the last 10 minutes trying to find a time
I
to
know,
coordinate times between us when we can actually meet. So it's
but
that
that's sort of,
challenge.
it just shows how there's so many tools that we can use and still do business. Can you imagine back in the day, I'd have to send you a telegram, and then you send me a telegram, and so
Yeah.
I'm even though I'm slightly technologically challenged, still I really appreciate it when it's here.
Yeah. The
So
technology
you have
really
a
is
you have
great.
a really awesome subject that you want to talk about today, and I'm just loving this subject because it's my journey at the moment. So shoot.
Okay. So I'll tell you what came up for me. I mentioned it really briefly to you before, is that I am now facilitating a course called Awaken Your Financial Genius. Okay, so first time I'm doing this course. It's based on the methodologies, the teachings of Robert Kiyosaki and his advisors. So I'm really loving the course. It's a great course. It's new. Yesterday we had lesson 2. And what's interesting is in this course is a whole bunch of people that are not my natural clients, a whole group, a new demographic, a new type of person who's coming into the room because Kiyosaki's energy, his money energy is really different than my money energy. So it's really interesting the amount of people, the different kinds of people coming into the room. So anyway, the point is that last night, what we do in Awaken Your Financial Genius is we learn a topic from Kiyosaki and one of Kiyosaki's advisors, and then we play the game Cash Flow. Have you ever played the game Cash Flow?
Yeah,
An
I
amazing game.
love it.
It's an amazing game, and I recommend to everybody, if you can join a cash flow group, get the game, play with your family, friends. It's really a reflection of your life. Your for sure your financial life, but it's a reflection of how you do business, how you see opportunities. It's just a reflection of your personality. You learn a lot about yourself if you're willing to look at it.
Yep,
Like in
yep.
anything. We're not going to learn if we're closed-minded and don't try to see. So anyway, this woman is playing at a table at the game with 2 other people. So I had 3 people at a game. And what she did was, like let's say for people who don't know this game, it's like, let's say Monopoly. It's a board game. And, you take turns. You roll the dice, you do your turn, you pick up your card. It gives you an opportunity. You react to it or don't react to it, and the game goes on. And most of us play games that, I take my turn, then you take your turn. When you're finished, I take my turn. And that's how usually it goes. But this woman, what she did was she just kept on going. She didn't wait for her turn. She was done doing her, financial accounting in her ledger, took the die and rolled the die. And it didn't matter if someone else was in the middle of the turn. It didn't matter if someone else was, looking at a card and seeing what the opportunity was. She was a bulldozer. And we talk about, the game reflecting life. I'm wondering to myself as I'm watching this as a facilitator, where in her life is she bulldozing, the people around her, just going fast, furious forward without actually seeing what's going on. So you have to excuse me a second. My mom just walked into the room. So hi, Mommy. Good morning. Okay, so she's going to sit here on the side and listen to what we're talking about. So I'm going to try to stay focused, okay?
That's lovely.
Yeah, I'm live. I got my whole audience here looking at me. So.
Well, you look pretty.
Thank you.
Did anybody see me here?
No,
Okay.
but I can.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. So, okay. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, this woman is going on, and she's just playing the game. And I see that her ledger, she's filling up her bank account with money. So I kept on going by and asking her, okay, what are you doing with the money? And she says, no, I'm waiting for an opportunity. I'm waiting for an opportunity. So, and I see what's going on. I see that other women are playing and they've got opportunities, but she is focused on, let me roll the dice, let me go forward, let me see. So I'm saying to myself, this woman is a hard worker. She's working really hard. Her bank is filling up. Her ledger filled up $90,000. And I keep saying, what are you doing? What are you going to do with the money? I'm waiting for an opportunity. I don't get any opportunities. I don't get any opportunities. And then at one point, you know, we're playing the game already 45 minutes, and I see that just keeps happening. She's going on. I see the other women at the table. They're frustrated, but they're not saying anything. You know, how do games reflect reality, right? You know,
Yes,
this
yes,
is strong, going forward. We've got two other women there who are in shock. You know, they're trying to either keep her pace or find it. They're totally lost because she's just going forward and forward and forward. And then I see it after 45 minutes of, I see this, nothing is changing. They're not saying anything, and she's just going forward, and she's not getting out of the rat race. She's not going forward with the game. She's just piling up money, you know, because she's all by herself. So I see that one of the other women at the table, she has a deal, an opportunity. She has a deal. And I see also in her bank account, in her ledger, she's got $50,000. Now this woman who's going forward, the bulldozer's got $2,000 in her ledger. She spent all her money, right? But she's got a great opportunity in her hands. I see the opportunity, and she needs money. You know, she's talking to me, should I take a loan? Should I not take a loan? Should I take a loan? Should I not take a loan? And I see that the woman sitting next to her has got $50,000 in the bank. And she's totally oblivious. So I at one point, I couldn't stop saying, I said, stop for a second and see what's going on in the table. See what's going on with the people around you. And maybe something will come up for you. I didn't want to say, you know, make a deal with someone else. But maybe something come up. Stop for a second. You know, you're going really fast. Stop for a second. See what's going on. Look around you. See if there's other opportunities for you, other ways to do it. And she put her card back. She didn't have enough money. She couldn't do it, and she put her card back into the pile and went on. And this woman's still sitting there with 50. And this other woman, she had $50,000, and she was waiting for an opportunity because she only needed $200 more to get out of the rat race. So for people who haven't played the game, I don't know if it's so obvious to you what I'm saying, but the thing is, this woman was all by herself. She's a hard worker. She feels like, I mean, I'm saying a reflection of personality. She feels like all the responsibility is hers. She has to do it by herself. She has to figure it out. With the bank, right? If the bank won't give it to her, then it's not good. It's a bad deal. And when I debriefed afterwards, I tried to open up everyone's thinking that, you know, if we look and see what's around us, what the people around us are doing, what opportunities they have, what resources they have, it would make life so much easier. You know, she wouldn't have had to go so fast. She wouldn't have to be fast and furious. You know, all that money that was piling up in her bank is worthless, didn't help her out if she couldn't really do something with it. And it would have been so much easier for her to move forward if she had just teamed up. You know, and it's not a zero-sum game where she wins and someone else loses, or if someone else wins, then she loses. If she had opened up her eyes to what's going on around her, she would have said, okay, she and I can be a team. We can go into this operation. We can go buy this property or start this business together. It'd be less effort for both of us, and we would both get out of the rat race a lot quicker and easier and more fun. So what came up for me was that, you know, in life in general, and, you know, we learn this in Blair Singer Training Academy, that one of the most important resources we have is our team. That if we're going to keep doing things by ourselves, and Women Leading into the Future, the other group that we're part of, really is all about collaboration. It's all about how to lead through collaboration. how you get more things done, you reach more people, you can reach your goals much faster, easier, more fun if you work in a team. And I think it's against what we've been taught. I've talked a lot.
Now keep going, because everything you say is making sense. I'm going ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Do you know? Because I go to the cash flow game that David is doing down here in Melbourne. And that's one of the big aha moments that I had, is when a deal came up and I didn't have the funds, but my son did. So I took my son with me, right? And there was a joint venture opportunity. But I didn't understand the game. And then David kind of threw a few tips in and we went, oh, we can do that. Man, you should have seen the collaboration that was going on after that at our table. Man, we were doing all sorts of deals, and 20% and 50% and 60% and this and that. And my son got out of the rat race. We went home for 2 days. He didn't stop talking about it. It had such a profound effect on him, because the first time I took him to the cash flow game, he bought one share.
Yeah.
He was coming out of fear. So he bought one share. I said, honey, you can buy 100 shares. No, I'll be good. And then on the way home, we talked about it. And I said, hey, sometimes you need to take some risks, right?
Yeah.
And then I said, and this is what happens in life. I said, people are always afraid. Sometimes you need to take a risk because you never know. You can make money. So then I don't know what happened. The second time he came around, with a little bit of coaching from everybody at the table, and he started to taking risk, and then he started to take bigger risks. He got out of the rat race.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
And he was like, he was killing. He was happy. Yes. He goes, when are we going again, Mom? So we haven't had a chance to go, but it's one of those things that I want to put it in my diary and go every 2 weeks. As long as David is doing them, I want to go, because I learned so much. But this whole thing about working on your own, I mean, when I'm listening to this, I feel that she's coming from a place of fear. Collecting money.
It might be fear. I mean, we didn't debrief it in sort of what's pushing her, but I think that the behavior pattern is something you see a lot. I saw it in myself, when I started my business and raising my kids and everything in life, I had to do it by myself. I didn't even think. I had blinders on. I see myself in this woman, myself maybe 10 years ago, maybe not 10 years, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago even, blinders because I'm so focused on the agenda. The agenda is create my business. The agenda is raise my children. The agenda is to, make money, develop wealth in it. So when you want to do that, I'm focused, but because I'm so focused on what I have to do to achieve the goal, I'm not seeing that I don't have to do it alone. That there are so many other people around me who can help, who can support, who have ideas, who I can joint venture with, who I can team up with, to make the journey a lot easier. When you feel like you have to do everything by yourself, first of all, you have a time issue. If you have to do it all by yourself, we all have, 24 hours in a day, and I would hope that between 6 and 8 of those hours we're sleeping. I would hope, that's the healthy way to do it, at least. So you have another, 16 hours that you can actually be doing something. You have to do something. So if you are responsible for 100% of achieving your goal, then you only have those time to do it. So how much can you get done? You can leverage other people's time, resources, energy, knowledge to get to your goal a lot quicker, a lot easier, a lot more fun. Just a lot more fun if you have a team. Opportunities, because we're all, there's something called Johari's window. Have you heard of Johari's window?
Well, I heard about the Einstein. It's Einstein window. It's a set time frame that you do work.
Yeah, no, there's something called Johari's window, which is really nice. I have a box. I don't have my iPad with me, but a box that looks like this. Okay, So one of the things is it's about what you know and what you don't know. It's what I know about myself and what I don't know about myself. And then what other people know about me and what other people don't know about me. So when you go
Okay.
through all of those 4 windows, you have one window about what I don't know about me. You know, I don't know, because there are so many things in this world that we just do not know. We don't even know that we don't know them.
Yes.
So if we're working by ourselves, we will never get to that window of the unknown, because we're only dependent on our own resources, what we do know. But there's so many things that we don't know. So this woman also in the cash flow game, when she was so dependent on her own resources, she was so dependent on just her moving forward, there were so many things that she did not know. And if she didn't communicate with the other people on the table, she's never going to learn them. So I asked, how many things in her life is she just bulldozing forward, focused on whatever her mission is at the time, and not learning? You know, she will continually be in in survival mode. Also financially, she probably makes a lot of money. She has her own business, a solopreneur. She's not even a solopreneur; she's a business now. It's a limited company. But I can just see, just the way she's acting in the game, that she's busting her ass. She's working 24/7. Even in the game, we have a rule in the game: no phones. She's got her phone on the table, and she's paying the fine. And now we're paying in the evening, so she can't even shut her phone off for 3 hours. Now I'm asking you guys out there: can you shut your phone off for 3 hours? You should be able to shut your phone off for 3 fucking hours. I mean, what are you doing to yourself if you can't do that?
Can I just share something in relation to that? You know, our friend Dan Koos from Adelaide,
Yeah.
he's actually gone and he's done a 10-day silence retreat, a Vipassana meditation retreat. And I couldn't wait, because I want to do it too. And
10 days silence? I think
10 days silence. Now, I tell you what, I couldn't wait for him to share with me. And he said, Annie, he goes, at the end of the 10 days, he goes, they gave me my phone back. And he goes, I looked at it, and it was for a split moment, I went, what's this box? He said, I didn't want it. Because for 10 days, he goes, it was tough on certain days, it was very tough. He said, but he connected to himself in a way he has never connected to himself. So I've actually been considering to do that. I feel there are moments when I feel I don't want to talk. I don't want to be connected to anybody. I just want to go quiet.
Yeah.
And you know, like I'm a talker, right? And I've reached a point where I feel the need. And I remember I think 4 years ago, I was talking to Alfredo from Mexico. And we were having a chat, and he said, and we were trying to book in a time to have a conversation about business. And he said, he goes, it needs to be in 2 weeks, because I'm going away on a 10-day silence retreat. I said, wow. He goes, yeah. He goes, complete silence. He goes, I do it every year.
Wow. 10 days,
so
that's challenging.
Yeah, but it's really good. So from what Dan said, it is challenging, but it's really good. He goes, and you really get used to it. He goes, it's really lovely, great food, you know, rest, lots and lots of meditation, but it's just the skill of how you meditate. So he's on top of the world at the moment, because every night he meditates for an hour. Wow. And he goes, he wakes up in the morning. He goes, it is amazing.
Wow.
I think in
a journey to get there. That's the total opposite of where this woman is. You know, when you go on the mountain, there's an element of, you know, disconnect, because you're 7 days or 5 days on the mountain. How many days are you on the mountain? 5 days on the mountain?
We 5.5 days up and 1.5 days.
Yeah, 7 days on the mountain, no phones, you know, no communication. When you're hiking, you know, and you've got that altitude, there's not a lot of talking going on. I can't say there's no talking. It's not silence for sure. But there's a lot of time to think. Let's put it that way, to be present on what's going on, totally disconnected. It's like a meditation, it's like a Zen meditation, because you're walking, but you're looking at where you're walking and you're connected to what's around you. It's so interesting that there's little talking, and it was no problem for me at this point, I had no communication. My phone was off. I mean, it was off. Even, it was always a traumatic thing for me that for my kids, being a single mom, that my kids be able to reach me. So I think this is the first time in my life when I was on the mountain that, my phone, I had no access to any phone other than, being in a flight for 7 days. So my kids, thank God they're adults, but my kids couldn't get in touch with me, which was, that was the biggest disconnect. But it was no problem. It was no problem to leave my business. Now, I'm not sure that it would have been that way, like I said, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But, I think we got to think about that. How can we disconnect? And we should be able to disconnect. I have a rule, like I Friday afternoons till Saturday nights, there's no business. There's no phone calls. There's no WhatsApps. There's no nothing, And so I think that people should get into a mindset, maybe not go to a 10-day retreat or build up to a 10-day retreat. Because you've got me like freaking out just with the thought. But 1 day, 2 days, a few hours a day, just, cut it off. In Europe, the people who work in business and corporate in Europe, they have 2 telephones. They have their private telephone and they have their business phone. And like I had clients in Germany, colleagues in Germany when I was in high tech, you couldn't reach them after 6 p.m. And it didn't matter, it could wait. It did not matter what the subject was, if it was an emergency, whatever, it was going to wait until 8:30 or 9 o'clock the next day when the phone goes on and the business day starts.
It begs the question, when did we become this society of availability? Because that creates absolute overwhelm because you can't breathe. Because, and a lot of people, like business owners, it's quite tricky for business owners because they think they always need to output because, we're not making enough money or whatever else. But even people that work for other people, they're always on call. And you just go, always on call. I dated a guy last year for like 2 weeks. And his business, he's in transport, like packaging and stuff like that. And he prided himself that we never close. And I said, when do you rest? So we went out on a date. He was on a phone. So, okay, so it was lunchtime. So we decided to go for lunch and the phone was ringing. But I kind of went, you still got to eat, turn it off. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
So to me, that was from a place of scarcity. And this is the thing you taught me, like, because you're like my finance coach. And the whole abundance. So I'm still working on that. And let me share this with you. I've gone through a separation. And the financial settlement has taken an extremely long time. And it was coming in dribs and drabs. So because I'm building a new business, I didn't have any other income. So this is the only income. So it's very important for me to work with clients and stuff like that. And I've had my months when it really didn't sustain me fully, right? So it put a little bit of stress on me. Then I got like a more substantial part of the settlement. But now I'm still in that, you're like, now I have all this money, I have some, well, not a lot of money, but I have some money. And I'm sitting there looking at it going, I can't even enjoy it. And I had a chat to my sister today. She said, Annie, she said, let's look at this. She said, because you're not enjoying it. She said, how long can that money sustain you? So she said, you need to stop. She said, you're still going to keep going. She said, you really need to enjoy the moment. She said, because if you were still married and you guys decided to sell up everything and because we were asset rich, but not a cash poor, but you decided, you know what, we just want to have the cash. And then your husband, your former husband would say to you, you know what, I just want to take 50% and go do my stuff, whatever I want to do. You take your 50%. She goes, would you be feeling guilty about it? I said, no. She said, so why you feel guilty about it now? I said, oh, wow, good point. Good point. You know, why aren't I enjoying it now? I would enjoy it then because I'm married, but I'm not enjoying it now because I'm not married.
Well,
Good point. Good
yes
point.
and no. You should enjoy. Definitely, you should enjoy your life. You should enjoy your life, but you need to manage your resources in a way that allows you to enjoy your life.
Yeah,
That
but
money goes. Once that money is gone, Annie, it's gone.
now hold on. But it wasn't about me spending the money. It's just being okay that I have it.
Oh,
That's
to
all.
have it. Yeah.
That I have it. No, not spending it because I don't want to spend it, because I think one of the things that not having any taught me that, you know, don't wait on that thing to come to you. That should be your bonus. But when I got it, like I started the business, you know, like I had the second half of last year was like amazing. You know, I had 20 times business growth,
Yeah. Amazing.
you know, which is yay, right?
Yeah.
But now that I got it, I look at it and I go, that's really nice. But I had a slight little fear. Oh, what if I lose it? What if I this? What if I that? And my sister says, stop.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's almost like I'm working really hard, really hard. Stop.
Yeah.
Think. And then I go, yeah, okay. So I need to push the reset button and go, hold on. I am actually building a team. I'm building a team, but I'm not hiring people. I want to support the businesses of other people and they're going to support me. So, you know, like I've got a finance coach, I've got a marketing coach. That's 2 in 1. Yay, I like that. Because like, you know me so well. But then I have a branding coach, like, you know, my graphic artist, and he's the guy I want to work with going forward. And maybe at some point, maybe I need to rebrand. I don't know. But for now, this is fabulous.
Yeah.
Now I have a photographer. So this is a guy and had a great connection. Sorry?
And that reminds me, I need to get a picture taken.
Yeah. So I found the right person. So this is a person that he also does event photography and all of that. And I'm going, great. I'm building that business. Then I went to my accountant and he introduced me to the guy who actually does my tax.
Huh.
Fabulous guy. And let me tell you, he pulled the whip out and like I bought this new accounting system. So it's taking a while to set it up. It's a long-winded process. I should have actually set it up first. It would have been much easier. But anyway, I did what I did. So now I need to do the work twice. But he just said to me, okay, I'm holding you accountable, but this time you need to give me this P&L. And I'm like, working we have no internet the whole week, up and down. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes. But then I hired my son. And all of a sudden, you know how we talked about your window?
Yeah.
There's things I didn't know. And then my son comes in and he goes, how about this? So my 18-year-old is teaching me stuff because he recognized, I said, okay, well, you do it now. Thank you for showing me. I understand. You go do it now. So all of a sudden, I'm going, oh my God, I'm building a team. This is so cool.
And
right?
it is so freeing. It's so freeing. You get so much further. When we were talking about it, we were debriefing the situation, and one of the other women came up and said, she heard a saying the same day, the same week. Oh gosh, what was it? Oh my God. If you work, I don't remember it exactly, but it was something to the extent, if you work alone, you go fast, you go faster. But if you work as a team, you go far further.
Yeah.
So and that's what I saw. This woman, bah, 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 she was going fast, 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 fast. You know, fast and furious, but nothing was really happening. But as you just work with a team, it might slow you down a bit, but you'll go a lot further. You'll have a lot more strength. So yeah, you have your accountant, you have your coaches. You needed a personal assistant. When you get people to start to help you, you know, first of all, you learn a lot, but you leverage them. You know, you can't, we all have X amount of hours a day that we can work, and if everything is on our shoulders, you get sick.
Yeah.
You get sick.
Yes.
My mother used to sing a song to me. I work 8 hours, I sleep 8 hours, I have 8 hours of fun. You know, I work. How
Oh,
about
I
that? And
like
that's how we
that.
should really live our life. You know, sleep 8 hours, work 8 hours. It's good. Working is fun. You know, if it's struggling, it's not fun. But work in a fun way, something you love to do, and then have 8 hours of fun. If you're stuck working and working and working and working and working, it's from scarcity. It's not from abundance. You know, she's driving forward, blinders on, and staying stuck. She might be moving fast. You know, money might be coming in, but it's not staying in. It's not helping her live a better life.
Yeah, true. Well, I hope that she's learned her lesson.
No, we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see as the
sure.
game goes on. We'll see, because it's a 10 weeks. You know, we learn and we play it. And you see how you react, how other people react. So we'll see if this learning actually does sink in, that she can get a lot further if she works in teams. You also, once you start getting your accountant, your lawyer, your PA, your assistant, your son's working for you, then you can get a lot more done and have a lot more fun doing it.
Oh, I tell you what, I've got so much further, and we were working next to each other. So we both were in the system, and then I was going here, he was going there, we were talking, it was so cool. It was so cool. And then I said to him, I said, can you make me a coffee? He goes, yes, Mom. He goes, you know, when you start working in a company, you know, the first thing you do is you make coffees. So cute. I said, yes, go make me a coffee. That was really cute. So yeah. So how are we going with time?
I think we're it. That's it. We're done.
Yep.
Half hour.
Good. That's awesome. So it would be great to get some feedback from those of you that are watching this, and tell us how this landed on you, and what kind of experiences you've had before. It would be really cool.
How hard are you working, and where can you free up your time and leverage, you know, the people around you, the resources around you?
That's a good title for this
Yeah, how hard are you working?
for this show. How hard are you working? This was really good for me too, because as you were talking, I'm going, yep. And you know, just because I'm a coach, that doesn't mean my life is like super perfect.
Yeah, we're working on it ourselves all the time.
I'm forever working on my life, because I constantly want to simplify, because you know what? I actually want to have my Saturday and Sunday. I don't want to work Saturday and Sunday. I mean, I don't really work with clients, but I'm forever doing admin or this and that. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to sit in bed and Facebook for 2 hours if I want to, or watch Netflix and have popcorn, and
I'm with you.
And maybe one day, if I meet the gentleman, you know, go on a date.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I do my gardening. I don't have a gentleman in my life, but I've been spending. It's getting nice here. The spring is coming, so I've been spending my weekends in my vegetable garden, growing my little plants, just spending some time. Even, you know, I'm not even listening to music. Usually I'm active. My mind has to be active, listening to music, but I'm just in the garden with nature and the birds. You know, no tunes in my ears, or no, you know, personal development sessions that I'm listening to, you know, just a quiet time. The world will go on, and spend some time with yourself in your own silence, whether it be an hour, 3 hours, 2 days, 10 days meditation, but you know, slow things down. Leverage. Yeah. Okay. I can talk about this forever, because it's really hitting home for me. You know, these are the things that I've been working on. So that's why I'm passionate about it.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Annie. It's always so much fun to talk to you.
Same with you, Mindy. And see you guys next week with whatever we're going to come up with.
Whatever shows up. Thanks. Bye. Love you.
Bye. Bye.